9:38 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, November the 27th, 2014, Thursday. Happy Thanksgiving. So, right here, I'm going to just read something really quickly. In general, PML has a mortality rate of 30 to 50% in the first few months following diagnosis, but depends on the severity of the underlying disease and treatment received. Those who survive PML can be left with severe neurological disabilities. My name is Vann on YouTube. I go by the name T Street Controversy, T Street Controversy Live, and on YouTube I cover boxing. I'm a fully partnered, sponsored, and endorsed YouTube channel. My checks, pay stubs, say Disney. It's been tough because I've been dealing with nothing but assumptions and nothing but anything that's not the truth from people who don't know me personally. Now, in my personal opinion, I feel that these people feel this certain way. Why? Is because they feel I'm a person that's not in a position of power. I don't like the way I've been talked to. I don't like the way I've been treated. And at this point in time right now, if you're receiving this video, I must say that it's not to bully, intimidate, harass, or threaten. It's just simply put, I want what is supposed to be taken care of. And at this point in time right now, I'm in a situation where you are no longer waiting for me. I'm waiting for you. I did everything I was supposed to do. And now we're in a situation where I cannot move on with my life. My father cannot move on with his life. My family cannot move on with their life because I cannot move on until I take care of my father's situation. What is it called? It's called following through. So I want to say to the attorney that handled our situation, the one that told me, okay, fine, just sleep in the car. To the people that told me, get a job. To the people that told me, you're just doing it all for the money. I want to say this, listen, you've put me in this situation. Why? It's because you don't believe, and for some reason, I guess maybe because of other clients or other experiences in the past that you think you can compare me to other current situations you're dealing with right now. So I want to let you know right now that I am different. And at this point in time, I'm not bowing down. And at this point in time, you are not going to restrict me and tell me you're not going to do this and that and this and that when you were doing these things before in the past. Right now, I'm fine. My life is going fine. I'm responsible. I can take care of tasks. But the longer you keep restricting me, the more difficult things are going to become. You know why? It's because I am not just some guy. I am not just some guy who's just doing some videos and whatever the case may be. You are very smart people. You're very educated people, and you're in corporate America. So what I want to say to you is this. You can take me for granted, or you can underestimate me all you want. But you're looking at a man, obviously, that if I'm doing this video, I'm tired. It is Thanksgiving night, 9:42 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, November the 27th, and I am tired. There's only one thing I want, and that one thing I want right now is to get that promoter's license, a boxing promoter's license. To get that boxing promoter's license, all I need is one thing. And that one thing is to have my father come home. Because why? Is because it's called following through. I promised him that I wouldn't leave him in that home, but guess what? You probably won't admit it, but you told me to leave him in there. Now, it can get worse. I can start saying names. I can start reading this and that and start talking about, estates and trust funds and all that. I'm not going to do it because for some reason, you underestimate my intelligence and you underestimate my education. So therefore, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you in a situation where you have no choice but to listen. So what I'm going to do is, listen, I'm telling you right now, like, you can curse, you can say whatever you want, but you got to make sure that you let these people know that you want to get out of there. Because I'm going to say this before I move on. I'm fine. 2 million 2,300,034. I don't even remember. All I know is at this point in time right now, I have an astronomical amount of views within the last 3 months. On the other channel, I had 28,000 subscribers. That means 28,000 people that clicked the button and said, I want to listen to you talk. Right now, I have close to, if not 9,000 subscribers by the time you're watching this video. So what I want to say is, listen, you can underestimate me all you want. I'm tired and I'm sick of playing games and I'm sick of hearing facilities. I'm sick of hearing people telling me things that simply aren't true or talking to me like as if I'm a child. I've done too much and been through too much to allow people outside of my circle, that small majority of people, to dictate to me and tell me things that simply aren't true, or tell me what my goals are and my ambitions are. No more. Because if I have to, I will send this video everywhere and I will do one every single week if I had to. And trust me and believe me and please wholeheartedly and honestly understand that I was pushed to this point. Because each phone call, each email, I think to myself and I sit back like, do they think I'm autistic? Or do they think I don't know how to read or process information? Like, what is going on? I communicated on your platform. Now we're going to communicate on my platform. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce my father. And whatever he says, he should be allowed to say. And, you know, I'm not going to censor nothing he says because this is my channel. Thank you to Social Blade, my affiliate sponsor. And we're going to make sure we get something done. Even if I got to do a video every 3 days, I swear to God, I will not go into 2015 with people talking to me the way they were talking to me or treat me the way they were treating me before. So we're going to turn it over. Now, listen, the same way you talk to me every day, I want you to talk to this camera like it's your way of getting out of jail. Simple as that. Go see what you guys say.
My name is Vann. And
No, listen. Talk regular. Like, act like the camera not even there.
all right. My name is Vann. I'm in the police court town man. What I'm doing fine there, but I just want to get up out of here now. I'm tired of my son being stretched because it's like they kind of keep me up in there. And he's doing everything he can do to try to get me up out of here. And I definitely want to get up out of here. I'm done with my therapy. I'm walking. Got my prostitution.
Show me your leg. Lift up your sleeve.
And I'm walking. And I'm about to get up for y'all right now. So I'm doing good. Don't need my walker. And I'm taking a couple of steps for y'all without the walker.
Yeah, all right. No, go ahead. Sit back down. Talk to him. Because, see, for some reason, they think we a joke. And more importantly, they think I'm a joke. And when it comes to you, you're not necessarily in a position of power to get yourself out. But they treat me as if, for example, I keep hearing, let me get back to you. I keep hearing, I need to know you're not doing it for the money. I need to know. And it's like, wait a minute. I don't have nothing to prove to you. I've proved to my family. I've proved to my family. I've proved to my colleagues. That's why, once again, I did another video, and you probably received this video in email as well. You see what that says? You see what that is? You see the little, that's a media pass. I'm a reporter. Whatever you thought about me of the past, whether you're an attorney, whether you're the trust fund people, or whether you're the litigators or the people who put the trust fund together, I am not the same person I used to be. And I will not continue to be treated that way because guess what? My mind is fully 100% mine and it's not clouded by any addictions or anything other than that. You don't have to repeat back to me the trust fund is for the sole purpose. You don't have to. Because each time you say it, I think to myself, well, wait a minute, are they saying this to reinsure themselves? Because I already know the truth. And at this point in time, I swear to you, listen, If you were not in the way, this would not be done. But at this point in time, you're in the way of my personal dreams. I'm the type of person where I'm kind of OCD. But also with that OCD, and you know with that OCD is the C is compulsive, where I cannot move on with my life until I take care of my father first. Because I started it and I must finish it. My family is suffering. My family is suffering because I'm the type of person, once again, is that I got to take care of him first before I move on. You keep taking me as a joke. You think these videos are just some gal who's going up there having fun. No, it's not like that. My personal life is suffering. My relationships are suffering. My family life is suffering. Because why? Because I made the personal decision in August of 2013 to get my life together. It's no secrets that me and him had some falling out. In fact, it's all here over YouTube. I got over, what is it? Let's say about 2,200 videos. 2,200 videos that I'm talking about everything, almost like a reality TV show. But guess what? I just made it public to you about 3 months ago because I said, you know what? It's about time. But I didn't expect you to take it seriously. I didn't expect it. That's why when I met with you back in July, I sensed it. And I remember saying to myself, once I saw the party walk into the room and I'm thinking, oh, I only got to deal with this person on my own. I'm like, no, I wanted an audience. I wanted more than one person because that one person can go back and say, oh, this person is doing this for that and that. And I talk to them and yada, yada, yada. No, there's no witnesses. The only witnesses I have is my good friend and my legal advisor that was there with me. I don't know what you think of him, but guess what? Don't cross him either. So as it stands right now, listen, I want my father home for Thanksgiving. I'm tired. I'm not sleeping very much. I'm not going to say that my life is in shambles because actually, if you look at my videos this week, I'm doing very, very, very good. I know you may think, okay, well, 200,000 views is not a lot on YouTube or whatever. Listen, you do not know what you're talking about. This is my world. I know it may seem all over the places because I'm trying not to yell and I'm trying not to curse and I'm trying to keep my composure. But at the same time, doing these videos like this, it's like, why? Because why is because the words I was telling you before were going in one ear out the other because you already had your assumptions. And I understand why you were appointed to the case. I completely understand why you were appointed to the case. You came in, you had to clean things up. But you cleaning things up, what I've noticed was your flaw was that you came in, oh, I see cases like this all the time. 25 years in wealth management experience. It's over. I will not go in to 2015 with the same issues of last year. The reason why things didn't go to plan is because I was doing everything on everyone else's time, destroying my body, destroying my mind. But guess what? Not anymore. So, once again, I tell you what, listen, we're going to do this like an interview because I interview boxers now. I interview celebrities. So, let me turn it back. I want to ask you, listen, how do you start your day? Talk about your average day in there in town, man, in the West.
Oh, I just walk around, I go outside in the yard, smoke my cigarette, come back to my room, watch my TV. And just do everything else I'm supposed to do.
Talk about the people that you're in there with.
Oh, I'm in there with some messed up people. My roommate, he complained all the time about his back hurt. He can't act like he can't flush your toilet or use toilet paper to wipe this behind. This is what I have to deal with. Well, what I'm dealing with, you know. And I'm trying to give him courage to do his therapy. If I can do it, I got to give him hope that he can do what he's supposed to do to get back, or he can get up out of there. No, my son doing what he's supposed to. I got a certificate. I complete therapy. Everything I put in therapy, I did. I completed my therapy. I'm done. Now no more they can do. I'm just sitting in there, and I want to get out.
How many people have died in there since you've been in there?
Oh, so many I done lost count now.
How many of your roommates have died since you've been in there?
4. 4 of them. And the one I got now, I'm talking about he going to die. I told him, you die when I leave. Don't die while I'm in there.
So listen, It's got, as you notice, I may have been speaking titles, but I haven't been saying any names. Just know that I'm extremely tired. I have to hear this stuff every day. I'm a 31-year-old man. I'm very successful. I remember back in, I believe it was in July, maybe June or July. I remember I sent an email. It was something along the lines of, I'm going to be homeless. I knew I wasn't going to be homeless, but I had to know the type of people and the type of company I was dealing with. So me, Terrell Vann, saved my father's life. But then the same company was about to put me on the street because they wouldn't verify after I said, listen, I'm cleaning myself up. I'm getting my father out of there. I need a little bit more time. I said, you can talk to my therapist. You could talk to my physician. You could talk to my psychiatrist. You could talk to my legal advisor. You could talk to my friends. You could talk to my family, but they wouldn't verify the sources. That's a very, very big testament to your company. So once again, if you don't understand how YouTube works, there's a good chance that there's a commercial or an advertisement before this video. Do not underestimate my world. I'm asking you this. I know you're corporate people. You're very, very smart people. But do not underestimate my world. I want my father out of there. It's right now, it's Thanksgiving. And it hurts me to be able to go back into that place. And I got to see the people talking to themselves. And I got to see, the older women, holding baby dolls and they're 90 years old. At this point in time right now, 55 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you're probably home with your family. You're probably with your children. You've probably seen your mother, your father, if they're still alive, But I got to take mine back to a home. Why? It's because of assumptions. So I'll say this. What I want is very reasonable. Very reasonable. I'm not saying, cover 100%. I'm not saying that at all. But what I'm saying is this. You are holding back my life. And the more you say it's about money, the more it hurts me. Listen, I've been testing you. And you failed. You really, honestly, I challenge you to go watch all my video. You won't. But I say this. Look at an email I've sent you, and then look at that date, and then look at a video I did on that date. What else do you got to say? This is the time where you have to really let them know, because honestly, they really think we're a joke, and they think I'm a joke, and I'm getting so pissed off to the point where it's like, I would do videos every day if I have to, and I would do videos every day. I don't want to start saying names. But go ahead, say what you got to say so we can close out the video.
I really want to get up out of this place here. But my son gets out being frustrated, and y'all getting on his nerves about what he ain't doing and what he should be doing. My son is very intelligent, which I already knew he was going to be. He was no problem with me watching or raising. My son is very intelligent. And it's up to me to continue on to do right. And I had will to do right, and I'm doing it. I showed y'all the result that I can walk, and I had my certificate. Programs don't have nothing to do with me no more. I'm done.
They made it to the point where it's not even about you anymore. They put it on me. But I'm going to read something to you. I, Terrell Vann, individually and punitively, guardian of the estate of Louis Vann wait, let me restart, my bad. I, Terrell Vann, individually and punitive guardian of the person and estate of Louis Vann in an incapacitated person, verify that I am a petitioner of the I'm not going to read anymore. But I just want this. Listen, don't consider this as being a threat. Don't consider this as me being hostile. But I've tried on your level to communicate with you. And all I felt was your will being imposed on me. In fact, I'm going to read something that should be familiar to you. Give me 1 second. Just give me 1 minute. Now, here we are. So, I'm going to read this to you. This should sound very, very familiar. A young man living at home with his parents was severely disabled through a workplace accident. Wheelchair bound and communicating only by computer, he was awarded a substantial settlement. Such cases require both astute financial management and flawless administration. The judge appointed, I'm not going to say a name. When the parents decided to build a house that would accommodate his physical requirements, we were there to help them manage contracts and property settlements. When the young man decided to marry, the sensitivity of the trust team was instrumental not only in sorting through the issues of guardianship, but in helping both family and the new spouse arrive at an equitable legal and financial arrangements. How can I expect to get that type of treatment when I'm talked to like a child? Or when I'm spoken to as if I'm a drug addict? Or as if I'm mentally unstable? And my mental stability was questioned. But guess what? The whole time I was here. I'm not going to go into all that stuff because I did that in the last video. So at this point in time, if you're watching this video before the last one, there's a good chance you should watch the last video. Because in the title, it says I can get louder and I can get a whole lot louder, but I don't want to. I just want things to go back to the way they were before. Excuse me. I understand that during that time, I was not handling my responsibilities. But when you look at who I've sent this video to, I sent it to a certain group of people. Because those are the certain group of people that have made the decisions that have adversely affected my life. And of course, this is one of them times where you could say, okay, well, it's not about you, it's about your father. Listen, I'm done with all that. If you want to talk to me, you know how to reach me. I'm not answering any emails at all. If you want to talk to me, you can call my number. My number is actually at the bottom of the email, at the bottom of the email you sent, along with all my contact information and my business. Take what you want. Think of my joke if you want. I apologize for it having to be this way, but you forced my hand.